What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to the channel. We are here today for week one of the second chapter in Tom Savage's coaching dynasty here in NCAA 14 college football revamped mod coaching dynasty. It's a very big time matchup for today's episode as we are kicking things off. As difficult, like you look at our schedule, this Tennessee ranked game, obviously Clemson at 5 is going to be difficult. I think North Carolina is difficult. You never know, like a Pitt, Louisville, a Florida State could be interesting. But this is like arguably our second hardest game, without a shadow of a doubt, our top 3 most difficult game for our schedule here in the 2021 season. And it is the first game that we get to implement Tom Savage's signature offense, which I can't say because YouTube will demonetize if you swear too early in the videos. But you know what it is. As we are here, you saw the episode that dropped on the weekend on Sunday. You know everything that went wrong in UNLV. I'm still disappointed. I would have loved to return to UNLV. Had an opportunity to work with Tate Martell and Justin Rogers and Kyle Williams 2.0, and Noah Bean was just starting to get up. But obviously there was a disconnect between Tom Savage and the head coach there. They didn't get along. They didn't like each other. I was hoping the Fertittas, if you know anything about the UFC, you'll know the Fertittas. They are big, massive donors for UNLV. They're slowly kind of transitioning UNLV to like be a very legitimate program. I was hoping they'd back the Brinks truck up and lock in Tom Savage to help build that program and build the identity of their program. Because in reality, if there was a first year, Joe Brady, think of Joe Brady with LSU and Joe Burrow, had one breakout year, and then next thing you know, he's heading to the NFL as an offensive coordinator. So Tom Savage in his first year with a very small program like UNLV, giving them a top 5 offense, there's like a 95% chance he would get poached in real life. And that is what happened here. We in the video on Sunday, we kind of showed the history of the U, man, in the 80s, best team of the 80s, swagger, bad boys, style. They were a premier program. In the last, 20 years has not been great for the Miami Hurricanes. And someone like Tom Savage, we all know what Tom Savage is about, could be one of those guys that could spearhead Manny Diaz's team back to the glory days of the U. And it's a challenge that we are very much excited to embark upon as we kind of preview this matchup. It's only going to be one game here in today's episode. Corso is taking Miami. You look at the talent, we have the edge and everything. We're both tied on defense, but we have an A+ offense. It should be A++ now that Tom Savage is calling the plays. Is there like an all-time matchup between these two teams? I don't think. I feel like, I don't think this is an uncommon game between the two. So let's look at that. That shows the returning leaders. So we have De'Aaron King coming back, Cameron Harris, 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns last season. Brevin Jordan, one of the top tight ends in all of college football, is back. And on the defensive side, we have DJ Ivey with his 3 picks, which looks pretty good. Looking at Tennessee, they're going with a brand new quarterback. They had Eric Gray at running back, who I actually think in real life transferred, but he was their best running back and receiver, which is definitely something. We know who we need to stop on the defensive side of the ball. But I was reading through the comments. I read through a lot of the comments, and a lot of people say C4, maybe we go to a 2 games per YouTube episode, and I think that makes sense for a lot of games. But because this is a week 1 kickoff, it's a big game against Tennessee, we'll just be playing Tennessee today. But, you can see these groupings. Like, next episode we'll pair Florida Atlantic game with Clemson. And then we'll pair BC with Duke. And then we'll pair Virginia Tech. Now, this has a bye week. It could get a little bit weird there. But I think that could be a good week to do a big deep dive on our recruiting. It could be a good week to kind of get a catch up on the stats and maybe see what UNLV is doing without Tom Savage. Keep up, like a bad relationship. You're still going to be creeping her Facebook every now and again to see what's going on. Hoping she got fat. Hopefully she didn't get hotter. That's what we're going to be looking at for UNLV. Then we're going to have North Carolina and Virginia. Then we're going to have Florida State and Louisville. We'll have Georgia Tech and Pitt. And then we'll have a nice little finale there. We have 2 bye weeks to close out the year in the conference championship, which hopefully Miami, Tom Savage, De'Aaron King and company will be playing in. So before we get into the Tennessee game, the last thing we can talk about is our recruiting, because this is week 1. We currently have 19 current targets, and they go as such. We're looking at Aaron Bishop here, the number 8 overall quarterback. We're currently leading him, and you look at those other schools that are in, we should feel fairly confident that we can land him. So we're not going to have to spend, 500 crazy points, but he's definitely looking like a fairly good quarterback. Unfortunately, Because of scouting, we don't have great scouting. It's like one of those like scout 50 points for 10%. So it's just really not feasible at this point to get in. So hopefully these guys are really good. We're looking at Jamal Garrett. Yes, that looks like a Jamal. That's a guy that we get him. He's got to go by James when he comes to Miami. We're leading him over Rutgers in North Carolina. We have no wide receivers. We have so much depth at wide receiver. It doesn't make sense to prioritize spending points there. James Johnson at tight end, the number 3 overall tight end. We are his third school. We're going to go big on him with 500 points. On the offensive line, you can never have too much talent in the O-line. We have the number 10 and number 12 tackle in the country. We're not going to go crazy on them, but we're the favorite school. Hopefully we can maintain that pace over the second place teams. We have Jeff King at guard, the number 11 guard, which looks fairly good. At defensive end, Cedric Anderson, the number 2 defensive end in the country. We're within his top 5, not too far off the pace from Michigan. So we'll see here early on if we can kind of close that gap, or if not, we'll just have to cut our losses and look elsewhere. Inside at D-tackle, we have Lawrence Davidson, who's a 70. We have Josh Haumiller. We'll go with that. That sounds actually a pretty badass name. We're only trailing Ole Miss in that one. He's the number 10 defensive tackle in the country. Kevin Turner, JUCO, only a 2-star JUCO, but we actually have a couple JUCO guys that we're interested in coming to the U. So we'll spend 150 points there on Turner. We have Charlie Lewis, the number 14 middle linebacker, pretty close behind Michigan. We should be able to kind of close that gap. Stephen Graham, 79 overall middle linebacker, the number 1. We are in his top 5, so we're going to spend a full 500 points there to try to gain some ground and jump up a spot or two. And hey, maybe if we beat Tennessee in this matchup, that could help us out a little bit as well. In corner, we have Sean Harrell, the number 2 corner. We're just outside of his top 5, so hopefully we can slowly gain that as he is a 5-star recruit. We have Alfred Miller here as well, the number 41 corner. Not great, and we don't really need many corners. This is more so just like, let's see if we can add some solid value. Zach Crowell at free safety, just trailing Florida State. Richard Brown at strong safety, 3rd place. He is the number 2 strong safety in all of high school, so we're going to go full 500 points on him there. We need a punter, so we're looking at Craig Burley here, who's a 3-star, 83 overall, just trailing the Gators. And we have 2 athletes we're trying to focus on here. Tyrone Thomas, 150 points on him, leading him 6'7", 275. So he could be a tackle, he could be a defensive end, a defensive tackle. This is, the athletes are the only positions that you kind of want to scout a little bit. And seeing that 43 finesse move makes me kind of believe he'll be an offensive lineman. Yeah, I'll go with that direction. Then we got Jon Jones. Not the UFC Jon Jones, but a 77 overall JUCO player, which we are just trailing the Florida Gators. Fairly close on that, so we're going to spend 300. I'm not going to go crazy unless we drop out of the race, because JUCO, we're not going to get a full 4 or 5 years out of him. So, not the best long-term investment. But our recruit board looks great. Definitely a lot better than what we inherited, because I don't know what Miami was doing last year. The computer did not give us really anything. We got Dink Jackson. Freaking, one of the Doink the Clowns assistants for all you people that watch 90s WWF. That's what we got. So hopefully we can do a better job with that recruiting. But that is in the back burners. It is number 25 Tennessee, number 13 Miami. The hook it and chuck it offense makes its debut in the ACC. Let's go. To get a very quick tail of the tape before we hop in, we have a 5-point overall advantage, a 7-point offensive advantage, and a 1-point defensive advantage. Obviously, we know our roster. We introduced ourselves to them in the last episode, but looking at Tennessee here, I'm not sure who the punter is, but they have Eric Gray at running back, who we saw from the stats was their leading rusher and returning leading receiver. They have Cade Mays, the Georgia transfer at right guard. He's a 91 overall. So, I mean, they're a good squad. They're definitely a good squad, and this is not going to be particularly easy, but I'm very excited to see just what we can do with De'Aaron King under center. All right, first drive. De'Aaron King, we got Brevin Jordan, Mark Pope. We'll send Pope down deep. We'll utilize that 95 speed. Might be just easier, though, to get this to, oh my God, the running back. Oh, over the middle. And we connect with Jeremiah Payton. Incredibly risky pass. Haven't played in a while. I wanted to go to the running back that was just bailing out the backfield. I somehow threw it into triple coverage and blessed that it wasn't a pick. Oh, another risky pass to Payton again. And downfield, the scramble drill, 33 yards. Just too much confusion going on the back end for the Volunteers. King scrambles it out of the pocket. He finds that soft spot. And the legs. Help us out on that play. Should have a little more luck running the ball than what we did with Chuck Williams and the Rebels, because our offensive line is not all made up of 71 overall players. There you go, guys. Hell of a play by Tennessee. Bend didn't break. Couldn't get out free with Derek King, and we're going to hold it. Oh, we're going for the 4th and 10. See, it feels so nice when your head coach actually believes in you. You know? Trust your offense. We got Breven Jordan there. Hopefully we can make him look smart. Oh my God, right off it. Wiggins, wide open, 19 yards, 1st and goal, Miami. Cameron Harris takes it. Lot of junk. Good stop there by the Vols run D. Second and goal out the eye. Fullback is out there. We get some great blocking in Cameron Harris. 2-yard touchdown run. What in front of primetime audience. The #1 opening weekend kickoff game. In front of everyone in Tom Savage's offense. Marches down the field. Gets a touchdown. The defense bends, does not break. Holds into a field goal. Let's pile on to the lead. Oh shit, we missed the extra point though. That's not great. 3rd and 11. Ooh. Don't like it. Oh my God, we get to the running back. 4th and 1. Probably gonna punt. I don't think he's gonna try. Yeah. That's a little too risky to trust me. And we hold him to another field goal, and somehow we're tied. Give credit where credit's due, man. This Tennessee defense has been pretty stingy on 1st and 2nd down. So we're faced with a 3rd and 9. Breven Jordan would love to see him be able to split these linebackers and safeties, get open. He can't really. We'll take off with it. Derek King, it's going to be close. He fights for it and gets the 1st down. All right off the line. Mark Pope, and he makes the initial tackle or miss. Takes that one 33 yards into Tennessee territory. Great route. Great release off the line. Able to survive contact. Just wanted it more. Oh, come on. Come on. I don't think he had enough time to possess that. Did he make a football move? Yeah, I guess. Our defense comes back, though, bails us out. Just over midfield, we got a 3rd and 8. Yeah, got to give credit to this Vols defense. They have been fairly good. We're going to scramble. Oh, my God. Oh, we had a... It's a good play, man. Took too long to develop. Once we felt comfortable to kind of throw that there. I think it was a running back. It's good pressure. Good pressure. I mean, this is fraud. Half these people that are good on Tennessee are in the transfer portal right now in real life. Defense does a good job, though. We got 94 yards for a touchdown. We can do it. 3rd and 4. I'm going to dial up the screen pass. Cameron Harris is, probably our 2nd best skill position player, not named Breven Jordan. Let's see what he can do with the ball in his hands. Oh, there we go. There we go. 27 yards on the screen. Too much pressure from Tennessee. We use that aggressiveness against them and get a big gainer for the offense as Derek King closes in on 200 yards passing in the 1st half. Great run blocking. Kevon Bennett, I'm pretty sure he's a criminal. Belongs on our team. We're trying to rebuild what Miami did in the 80s. 3rd and 5. About midfield. We can make a play here. Somebody. Look, like not even picking out the blitzers. Yeah, gotta give full kudos. I don't even want to give full kudos to Tennessee's defense, or is our offensive line just playing that badly? That looks good. That looks good. D. Wiggins, 39 yards. Got a chance to get some points on the board before the end of the 1st half.
Boo,
Fuck.
You suck.
Too lackadaisical. Too lackadaisical, man. Should have took the shorter pass, guaranteed yards, versus the Hail Mary there to get the touchdown. There we go. Good pass, Breven Jordan. Starting things out hot here. Got a great opening kickoff return. Put ourselves in a great position here to take the lead. At least our defense only gave up a field goal off of that late interception in the 1st half. So a chance to take the lead with a touchdown here. You know what you say, man? you always talk about all these quarterbacks that don't play particularly well. And the number one thing is like all the new OCs. They constantly have the same, like a new play caller every year. And that's something that I got to be said here, man, in terms of like working out the kinks. It's not all, you know, the Tom Savage offense is not going to be implemented to immediate flawless success week one. You're going to have the growing pains. It's about finding a way to win while you have those growing pains. So you can see right now we are in field goal range to tie this one up. But we definitely want to try to make a big-time splash play here. There's nothing. There's literally nothing. Coverage sack, everyone. And we probably are out of field goal range now. We're going for it? Okay. But yeah, this is I'm giving that one full kudos to the Volunteers. Playing very well. Oh, it's a good punt. Whatever. That's a good punt. They got a long ways to go to get any points. Trust the defense and get the ball back for offense, which they do. One thing we're not getting, though, I'm not getting a lot. Like, this is a hell of a job from the Vols edge rushers and linebackers. We are not getting a lot of room to run with De'Aaron King. A lot of these plays, it's like, oh, here we go. We got one here. Just bail out and run with King. That's why he's, you know, one of those guys that's always going to be on the Heisman shortlist because he can just make so many plays with his legs. It's something we got to get more involved here. Come on, O-line. Come on, O-line. Give me some push. Give me some push. Thank you very much. Cameron Harris, 13 yards. Got to get him a couple more touches here in the second half. Oh, not bad. Not bad. Second thing, I'm actually going to try and go to Harris out the backfield here. He's going to be my primarily read, and if not, I'll try to run it. Just keep it on the ground, baby. De'Aaron King, 7-yard scamper, untouched as the U takes the lead. And nothing was there. Running back was covered up. Would have liked to maybe see Revamped Jordan get a little bit more active in blocking, but it's all, you know, no harm, no foul. Defense get me a stop, which they do. Thank you. And we're at about midfield for starting field position, which is very good. Let's capitalize on this. Got a fairly big 3rd and inches coming up. Need to get some push out the line of scrimmage. Knighton, the sophomore, is coming in. Fuck. Pathetic, man. I got to fix the sliders, man. My run blocking is just... I don't know. It's not matching up with the overalls we got here on the O-line. It's 4th and 4, though, and I just absolutely love the trust that Manny Diaz has already in our offense. Right now, this would have been... What, we've gone for it on 4th down 3-4 times in this game, and this would have been all punts if we were still at UNLV. Just... Oh, let's go! What a play! De'Aaron King keeps it alive. Last second, dumps it off to Jalen Knighton, and that's the biggest play of the game. That was filth. Looking like, all right, we're scrambling. Not going to make it. Just breaks off last second. Perfectly weighted pass. Let's go. 1st and goal. Probably slants here. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like anything about the slants. Just throw it away. Avoid the hit. I'd rather avoid the hit than gaining 1 or 2 yards there. I just can't trust our running backs to get this short. Can we? But can we not? Will we go for it? Would it be 4? Let's go slants again. At least try to keep it. At least, you know, you give a run right now with how poorly and inconsistent our run blocking is on offense right now. You kind of tie yourself in. At least when we throw it, we can also still run it in with De'Aaron King if it's not there. Running back is open. Knighton tries to finish the drive off. It's 4th and goal on the 1. Come on. Come on. Let me stay out there. Let me stay out there. Let me finish this off. Who knows? The suspense is killing me. And he lets us stay out there. This is so much better than UNLV. 4th down. We're 2-3 on the game. Peyton. Let Revamped Jordan run a slant there. De'Aaron King can't watch. I am going to have the running back pass pro. Come on. Come on. Let's reward him. Let's reward him. And we reward him. Paid in full. Jeremiah Peyton gets the touchdown. Are we going to go for 2 maybe? Probably not. Just take the, get the field goal and go up 11. Nice. Ooh, a little bit of read option will get involved. Oh, Go! Oh, you almost broke that one. But the read option, very much a legitimate strategy with the Eric King under center as well. That's something that we're evolving. We didn't run read options and stuff like that, even though Justin Rogers was an okay scrambler at UNLV. But it's one of those things, as we slowly start to build the playbook of Tom Savage's fucking and chuck it offense, it's always evolving, and you're going to see that play implemented a lot more into our playbooks. That was not a good pass at all. Oh! I tried to slide, and he missed the tackle, and I don't know how I stayed upright. I hit X. Let's see here. I wonder if my guy flinches. I wonder if Derek King flinches when I try to slide. I try to slide right here, and nothing happens. Nothing happens except a wonder play from Derek King, which should be the dagger here in the season opener. Let's go. Let's go. That wasn't the best accuracy. Would like to hit him in stride, but we'll take the free yards as Derek King edges that much closer to 400 yards passing in his debut game in the fucking and chuck it system. Oh, the touch. An absolute dime from Derek King. I almost thought as soon as that ball left my hands, oh, that's a throwaway. That's a throwaway. But when you have the best tight end, best receiving tight end in college football, he makes magic happen.
Stupid.
Too aggressive. We're just trying to flex on the opening game. That was unnecessary. That was could have just ran the clock out. Unnecessary interception that hurt Derek King's Heisman chances. There we go. Get one back. Get one back. In garbage time. All is right in the world. All is right in the world with zeros on the clock. What a debut from this Tom Savage offense in the Miami Hurricanes. Congrats. Expect to see a lot more of this. Way too early to say that the U is back, but 5 total touchdowns for Derek King. It couldn't get a better start to bring the U back to the glory days. Statistically, for the offense, good. Get rid of the turnovers, clean up the offensive line play a little bit. Would have been great, but 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. One of the picks was in garbage time. One of the picks, absolutely, both of them were on me, for sure. But still, 72% completion percentage. I'm very happy with Derek King and his 5 total touchdowns. Chipped in 90 yards rushing, 2 rushing touchdowns, 69 yards rushing for Cameron Harris, and a tutty as well. So clearly trying to evolve the run a lot more. However, we were trying to run the clock off in the fourth quarter. So that's why those attempts are so high, because traditionally the fucking and chuck it is a pass-heavy offense. 8 catches, 98 yards, and a touchdown for Breven Jordan. Harris had 62 out the backfield, 62 and a tutty for Peyton, 88 for Mark Pope stretching the field, 73 for Wiggins, and maybe the biggest play was Jalen Knight, the sophomore, catching that 29-yard pass on, what was it, 4th down? That was pretty ridiculous. Defensively, Nesta Jade Silvera had 3 TFLs, which was stout, but no sacks. Not great from the defense. Definitely give the advantage to Tennessee today for how our defense is played. But 41-22, Miami wins. How far are we got to go up in the rankings? I think we could probably go as high as 7 or 8 with this convincing victory. Let's see. We come into week 2. We didn't go up a single spot. Staying at 13, beating 25. I don't know about that. In and out, not even one spot. What is going on here for the top 25 polls? Beating a top-ranked team doesn't put us ahead of Oregon, who beat Mizzou, who I don't think they were ranked. Utah beat Utah State, and Ole Miss beat Tulane. And we didn't move up one spot. Very disrespectful. Iowa State's number 1. Ugh. And they're playing UNLV. That's interesting. From all of this, something that's cool is that Derek King from week 1 has now entered the top 5 for the Heisman race there at number 5, which is good to see. Looking at the players of the week, we didn't have any overall player of the week, but as soon as you go to the ACC, Bubba Bolden Got defensive player of the week in the ACC with 4 tackles, a forced fumble, and the recovery of said fumble. And Derek King is the offensive player of the week with his 5 total touchdowns. For recruiting, have kind of cleared through the weeds here a little bit. Some players we jumped off board to now have a lot more points that we can delegate to guys that we are kind of very interested in. We're first for Bishop by a lot, first for Garrett by a decent amount. Still chasing a little bit at tight end, but I'm not ready to give that one up. We dropped one of our tackles to go all in on Jordan Broussard, who we are leading USC right now, full 500 points. 500 points on Jeff King, 4-star guard. You know, don't need him, but kind of want him just to have more bodies on the D-line. Cedric Anderson, still not quite at that jump-off point. Hopefully we can continue to close in on Michigan. Still in on both of our D tackles here. Outside linebacker taking a commanding lead over Florida State. Both of our corners, a little suspect. Linebackers, both suspect. Same with our corners, actually. That's why it's so similar. 2 players, and we're not really gaining any ground there. Same with our corners. 2 players, not really gaining any ground. So corner and middle linebacker definitely want to have those visits scheduled sooner than later. So hopefully we can gain some traction there. Looking real good, though, for Richard Brown. Old Dick Brown. Number 2 strong safety, taking a nice lead over Nebraska. All's good with the punter. And both athletes currently in first place, Jon Jones and Tyrone Thomas. So happy with the recruiting, happy with the week 1 performance, and we will be back before too long with a doubleheader in the next episode of the Tom Savage Miami Hurricanes Offensive Coordinator Dynasty. We will play week 2 against Florida Atlantic, which, let's be honest, should be a victory. And then we have what is most likely going to be our most difficult game, unless, really... North Carolina can be good. I'm pretty sure they still have Sam Howell, or potentially in the championship game. But that game against Clemson is going to be pretty epic, so you're not going to want to miss it. So thank you guys for watching. As always, if it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. Any comments, questions about the series, any improvements, anything that you're liking, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys back here on the next one. I think tomorrow, I'm working on it right now behind the scenes. I'm trying to get out my NFL free agency grades for all the teams, all the big moves, and try to rank them. That hopefully will be tomorrow. If not, maybe Wednesday. But I'll see you guys back here with something good tomorrow. Until then, it's C4 saying peace out.